somewhere, and hookshot is going to be Alright, we have a vanilla blind in the town, but we still just go directly to it. We don't have to rescue the maiden. A lot of red Tektites here. That's Quake in Thieves Town. That's the first item of 4. And there's the all-important net. Another item that is much more valuable in Enemizer because fairies are also a lot more valuable in Enemizer. Alright, Pool Float navigating his way into these Skullwoods. And Magnit Handz is just gonna go fight blind. Doing very nicely with sword beam strats. But he just take one hit there. But he's fine. He's got third hit on the third head, and that's blind down. This is going to be his first crystal, and that's item number 3, a piece of heart. So there's only one more in the back. Oh, Pool Float. So to reiterate for chat, I think Pool died on the Aga climb, and then noped out of there. Alright, Stumpy from Magnit Handz. Another welcome heart container. Okay, so Pool Float was a bit late getting to his Moon Pearl because of that unnecessary partial Aga climb. He does, however, have Eastern Palace full cleared, which is a small advantage. So this isn't quite as... not even as it looks, I suppose. Magnit Handz with that shiny new hookshot gonna go to East Death Mountain. There are a lot of guards and cuckoos. Paradox Cave, we have nothing much so far. Well, mirror, red mail, red boomerang. Wow. Red rupee, and okay, 50 rupees. Well, those are some nice finds. So mirror's good. Red mail's definitely welcome. Alright, just 20 rupees on Floating Island. We're going to get a look at Spiral Cave. Oh, Pool Float gets bumped by the anti-fairy into the Wallmaster. This room is just not being friendly to him at all. He successfully dodges the same thing happening twice. And Magnit Handz is going to go to Hera now, that's available. Faster to go up this way with the mirror now. Okay, Pool Float has made it into this room and he's going to get the chest this time. Ether Tablet has just 50 rupees for us. Heart container there in Hera, not going to turn that down. One of 2 items. Magnit Handz gets his Hero Pot, and he's going to catch a fairy using that nice new net. Well, there's one more item here. It's 50-50. Pool Float getting his hook shot. And we have Helma up here in Moldorm's arena. Not one of the friendlier bosses to have to fight up here, but Magnit Handz is doing just fine, taking advantage of that positioning when Helma's not standing directly over the hole. Gets the mask off. Red Mail doing some good work there, and that's Helma down. For 300 rupees, so at least he wasn't just holding onto the compass. Magnit Handz gets a pendant, but doesn't need to worry about Hera anymore. And he's gonna go to Spike Cave. Having that fairy makes this possible because we have no invincibility items right now. Alright, here comes Blind for Pool Float. And we have Samaria in Spike Cave. That's a big find. Alright, Blind down for Pool Float. He didn't even need to use that red potion. And he's going to get crystal number 2. Alright, Magnit Handz going to do some mirror checks now, K45 and Bombos Tablet. Just 50 rupees in K45. Pool Float's going to find out what was on Bumper Ledge or not, or maybe he already did. I think he's setting up a water walk. I'm no expert, of course, but there must be a reason for this. Right, Bombo's tablet having a lot more money than Ether tablet. Okay, Pool Float using that water walk here to avoid having to do a kern jump. He's gonna go to Catfish. Or try to, those rollers are really poorly placed. Oh, and there's another one. Right, Magnit Handz using that book to get into Desert. That one's a crystal dungeon as well. Right, just a piece of heart there from Catfish. An early big key in Desert. Compass on the torch. This is probably the only mode where you want to pick that up. That looks like another blind. So this is going to be a full clearable desert for Magnit Handz. Small key in the big chest, so we gotta run all the way to the east side to get the 2 checks over there. And Magnit Handz sees this room and just decides to blow everything up with bombos. I don't blame him. And that's a fire rod. We needed that for Skull Woods. And the mitts! Wow, Desert is stacked. So Magnit Handz, of course, gonna just go finish this dungeon because it's a crystal. Pool Float's gonna be joining him. So we still need the flippers to do Swamp. We need a bow to do Pod. We may need an Ice Rod if we run into a Trinax. But other than that, that's quite a bit of progress towards our Go mode. So fortunately for Pool Float, he's not going to be missing out on these critical items for much longer at all. Pool Float confirming for us it is indeed blind in the back of Desert. This is a really tame back of Desert. Alright, here we are. Oh, that guard. Alright, Magnit Handz doing Sword Beam strats again. Also has Samaria this time for some fun and games. And just tanking fireballs there. They still always do 1 heart regardless of your armor status. And that's blind down for crystal number 2. Alright, so Magnit Handz has a lot of things to choose from here. Looks like King's Tomb's gonna be the first. Though, notably, we haven't seen Graveyard Ledge yet. Just 5 rupees. That's all they bury the king with, okay. And that's blind down for Pool Float. He's gonna get crystal number 3. Having those mitts, well, I don't think he picked them up yet. But anyway, when he gets those mitts, he's probably going to be more incentivized to go to Death Mountain, because that'll be all of Light and Dark Death Mountain available to him. Magnit Handz is going to go clear Skull Woods while he's here. Potentially head east afterwards to do Graveyard Ledge to avoid isolating that, or maybe he'll just leave it. Oh wait, Pool Float didn't pick up the small key? Oh, did he get the small key from the big chest and then use it in the back without picking up the key under the pot? If so, that's a bit of an oops. Good thing he didn't leave. Oh, it was the second pot key. Oh no! Alright, Magnit Handz dropping in on whoever's down here. It's Vanilla Mothula, okay. Doing very nicely with those pokes, Fire Rod combo. Nicely done! This is gonna be crystal number 3, and the compass on the boss, of course. Oh, and Pool Float had to walk out of there because he doesn't even have the mirror yet. So to answer chat, I think we can safely say Pool Float is not ahead. Oh, right, Skull Woods, just 20 rupees there. Pool Float also doing Bombo strats in this room. He's gonna get 2 very good items that he's gonna wish he hadn't had to go back for that small key for. Alright, so Magnit Handz is walking out of Skull Woods. Oh, Pool Float never checked Agina, so he went to try to do Aga without even checking Agina, and he had a shovel and a mushroom. Interesting. Alright, Graveyard Ledge. Indeed, Magnit Handz decided not to isolate that. Just 10 arrows. And sure enough, Pool Float heading up the mountain. Magnit Handz is going back to Village of Outcast, potentially for a Smith Chain here, which is completely sensible, having the mirror. Alright, Paradox Cave. Pool Float's about to get the goods. Oh, these are some lovely rollers. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, and a chain chomp. At least it's... Well, that's not a very effective pen if it can just bite you outside. Oh, well done by Magnit Handz. That was not trivial, I imagine. And it was all for 20 rupees. And the flipper's there on the Smiths. So that is Swamp available now for Magnit Handz. In fact, he can just turn in the purple chest and then go do Swamp. We are going to get a look at the Turtle Rock Medallion requirement. And it's Bombos, so we are able to get in there. Pool Float is going to take the opportunity to open the door. A very useful cape there on the purple chest. That is a nice find for Magnit Handz. Alright, we're going to get our first look at Super Bunny Cave and Hookshot Cave from Pool Float. There's the bow! So with that... If we run into a Trinex, we'll need an Ice Rod, but I think that is no mode for us. Right, Hookshot Cave having a sword, always welcome. Hey, a shield for Magnit Handz, I'm so happy. So Pool Float dashing across, he's gonna do Hera now, and then hopefully he does Spike Cave after. Perfectly done Specky clip by Magnit. Okay, Pool Float came back for Spiral Cave, and got dead rocked. Oof. Meanwhile, Magnit Handz is skipping left side swamp, and Pool Float showing us what Quake does to dead rocks. Apparently nothing if they're not unfrozen. This firebar is making this diver down a real pain to do on the right side. But Magnit Handz has got it. You can definitely do it on the left side, but apparently the setup is different. I'm, again, no expert. We just got the fabled Sword in Swamp from Magnit Handz. That's a wonderful find for him. And there is the big key. Oh, Lana Bean saying it's the same setup for Diver Down on the left side. Maybe the muscle memory's different or something, I don't know. So, Pool Float decided to do neither Hera nor Spike Cave. That is unfortunate. Oh, we have a Trinex in Swamp Palace, and we did not have the compass to know that ahead of time. So Magnit Handz is going to go back for left side swamp. So we do need that Ice Rod. We are not in no mode. Oh, very useful powder in the big chest there in Swamp. Alright, Pool Float. Looking like he's gonna go finish Skullwoods. That giant spike was just looking there menacingly, but it couldn't actually do anything. Pool Floats now into the back of Skullwoods. What is that Hinox doing? That's not how you throw bombs. Left side swamp does 20 rupees. Magnit Handz counting his items, knows he doesn't need to check the last chest. But we will be coming back with an Ice Rod at some point. Magnit Handz gonna check that powder right away. Pool Float using that Tempered Sword to very good effect. Defeats Mothula, gets the compass, and Crystal, number 4. The bow was in Super Bunny Cave, to answer chat. Magnit Handz is heading eastward. Nope, he's going somewhere. This could be ice. Or not. He's visiting the camper. I guess he never did this earlier. Alright, Pool Float has the tools now to beat Pod. Again, everything here has an asterisk. If there's another Trinex, that could be a problem. Oh, the big bomb for Pool Float. Eastern and Skullwoods were our 5-6 crystals. In fact, this could just be Big Bomb into Pod. Right, Magnit Handz is going to go check out Dark Death Mountain. Right, Pyramid Fairy has a heart container and 10 arrows. Slightly disappointing. Magnit Handz also can beat Turtle Rock while he's here. He has Samaria and the Fire Rod. Alright, Pool Float. Gonna go pick up the monkey. Magnit Handz finding his bow. This will be convenient for him because when he goes to pod, he can just combo it with Eastern. Magnit about to get his butter stick. Alright, Palace of Darkness, what do you have for us today? Iki! And sure enough, Magnit is going into Turtle Rock. Early Compass there, and we have Argus in pod. Alright, the bow-locked side, which is actually not bow-locked because of Enemizer. It is still logically bow-locked, of course, but just not practically. Okay, we have Berna in Turtle Rock. Nice compliment with that cape. Turtle Rock is a lot less threatening in Enemizer because it usually has the worst enemies, and then now it doesn't. Still nothing of consequence coming out of pod. Surprise chain chomp there in the dark U-shaped room. Oh, there's the flute in lava chest. I suppose that's a minor convenience at this point. Does get us access to the mire area, which all things considered is something we probably didn't want to see. Oh, there's the Ice Rod in Pod Dark Maze, so we are actually again in no mode. Oh, the Sank Heart in the big chest of pod. Bullfloat's gonna go ahead now and clear this dungeon, beat the boss. Oh hey, there's Ether. So now we don't need to worry about the Meyer medallion, but we didn't need to worry about it anyway. Alright, let's see how nasty this Samaria maze is. That is a joke. Alright, both of our runners getting close to the end of their respective dungeons. Right, Magnit gonna take the safety door. Pool Float is here to fight Argus. Well, that was weird. Magnit making good use of that powder, and Poolflip has defeated Argus very efficiently. He's gonna get just 20 rupees for his trouble, but this is crystal number 5. Now, Poolflip's troubles become a little more apparent. He needs to go to the Smiths for the Flippers to get to Swamp, and he needs to go to Spike Cave for Samaria to get into TR. And we have a one-eyed Moldorm here in Turtle Rock. And I think it's got the compass. It does. And this is crystal number 4 for Magnit Handz. Alright, looks like Magnet's gonna go activate his flute. Bullfloat is going in the right direction, that's good, he's gonna go get the smith. Alright, now it's Poolfloat's turn to contend with these funny rollers. He's just doing fine. Oh, Magnit Handz is checking Ped. Well, he's gonna be relieved. Oh, we're not gonna see bottle percent today. Right, Magnit Handz doing the sensible thing, going to pod. Now he's got the tools to finish that. Poolfloat about to get his flippers. He can go do a swamp, and he can single dip it because he's already got that ice rod. Well, Pool Float's going to do some mirror checks on the way to deliver that purple chest. Magnit Handz is now into pod. Right, Pool Float's got his cape. Oh, Magnit Handz is going to try to hover this. Well, gives it one try. That's respectable. Alright, having cleaned up the checks here, Pool Float is probably on his way to Swamp now. Also, the big key of pod was in Dark Maze, so there's absolutely no way Magnit Handz is going to miss that ice rod somehow. Alright, Pool Float is into Swamp. Unfortunately for him, he's still missing Samaria, so he can't go mode this. You know? Oh, never mind. Pool Float just drank his potion and ruined what I was about to say about the heart counts. Right, here's Becky for Pool Float. Well done. Magnit Handz is about to be in go mode. There's his ice rod. And there's his big key, and he's not going to get the heart container out of the big chest because he doesn't need it. Oh, that was stylish. Well done, Magnit Handz. Pool Float sees this layout and decides, nope, he's just gonna go do this the intended way. Pool Float about to get his butter stick. And Magnit Handz is about to fight Argus. Very nicely done. And that's Argus down. It's going to be Crystal number 5. Pool Float is just about to fight Trinex, though. Right, Magnit Handz just mirroring and going straight to Eastern. He just needs to go mode Eastern and Swamp. This won't take long. Pool Float about to get Crystal number 6. Unfortunately for him, though, he still needs to make his way back to Spike Cave for Samaria, and then beat all of Turtle Rock. And understandably, Pool Float's going back in for left side Swamp. Well, Pool Float at least does get his powder. Magnit Handz continuing to make his way through Eastern. Right, here's the big key. Okay, Pool Float was also counting items. He knows the compass is the last chest. And where to now, Pool Float? Looks like ice. I mean, this is entirely sensible, but unfortunately the wrong decision. Or, no, I'm just wrong. Oh, he never did the water checks. Interesting. Right, here's Landmouse for Magnit. And that's Crystal number 6 for Magnit Handz. He just needs to go back and finish off Swamp. Magnit Handz gonna buy potions. This makes sense. We're completely loaded with cash. Pool Float also gonna do Magic Bat. Alright, Pool Float is running somewhere. Back to the Dark World. There was one item left in the back of Thieves' Town. But no, this looks like Graveyard Ledge for Pool Float. Right, Magnit Handz succeeded on this when he was in here the first time. He's gonna try the Bomb Diver down again. Nicely done. Alright, and Magnit Handz is here to take revenge on Trinex for wasting his time. Alright, that is Trinex down for Magnit Handz. He is about to get crystal number 7. Which means it's, oh, thank you, Moocow. It is time to start guessing numbers. Okay, well, Pool Float's in the right area. He is going into Hera. There are 2 items here. He hasn't touched this before. But hopefully he does go to Spike Cave after this. Alright, Pool Float. No, wait. The second item was on the boss, wasn't it? Unfortunately, it takes a tumble. Right, here's Helma for Pool Float. Alright, Magnit Handz is opening Ganon's tower. And our guessing game is gonna close in just a couple seconds. Alright. Bullfloat got his rupees off Helma. He knows, or... Ooh, what? Interesting. Okay. I'm not sure this is even faster than just picking up the pendant at this point. That's a lot of falling. Right, first 5 checks are not the answer. But Pool Float is going to the right place. Hey, free silvers! That's always nice. Honestly, all we need now is a mirror shield and half magic, and we'd have the full set of all the cool equipment. And that's Samaria for Pool Float. He is now officially in go mode at 1 hour and 24 minutes, so about 13 minutes after Magnit Handz. Okay, hey, one of the 2 outstanding shields. I am, of course, being overly excited about shields simply because my co-commentator is Lana Bean, and everyone knows how she feels about shields. Alright, so we have done 11 checks, that's half of the basement. Pool Float on his way to Turtle Rock. Crystal Switch is misbehaving a little bit for Magnit Handz, so he's just gonna do it manually. Alright, that was number 13. Alright, Rando Room, do you have the answer? Yep. That was number 15, yes? And that means Morguy84, who just got his guess in right before Mukau ended submissions. Congratulations. You know, this is some really chill music to be climbing Ganon's Tower to. I like it. One of these things is not like the others. Right, well, this gauntlet is, really disappointing so far. And that eye-bat doesn't even need to die for the door to open. Alright, who do we fight here? It is Helma. And Magnit Handz makes quick work of that. Right, pool float, watching the circus act in the Smaria maze. He stole the Poke Key, so he's going to save a little time by skipping Laser Bridge. Oh, that's a rude spike. Good thing we got invincibility. Alright, that's Molder him down for Pool Float. That's going to be crystal number 7 for him, and he's going to be on his way to Ganon's Tower. Ah, very funny roller. Alright, we have Mothula at the top of GT. Oh, bombing validation chest, Magnit Handz. What if the mirror shield was in there? Alright, Pool Float into GT just as Magnit Handz begins fighting Ega 2. Interesting cape strat, didn't quite work. Nice. That's 4 hits, I think, so far. Nicely done. Alright, it's time to fight Ganon. I just love seeing the sprites at this spot here, dropping into the pyramid. Alright, so phases 1 and 2 are just trivial here with the butter stick. Magnit Handz just showing off here. And tanking a fire bat to the face just to show Ganon how tough he is or something. Here's phase 3. Alright, phase 4, we just need 4 silver arrows. Oh, gets the double to finish him off. Well done. Magnit Handz will finish first, assuming he can cross that bridge safely. And he will finish with an official time of 1 hour 33 minutes and 23 seconds. GG's to Magnit Handz for advancing to the round of 16. Well, Pool Float is at least continuing on for a little bit more. Going to find the big key here. Moo Cow informing us that Magnit will be facing Scupula in the round of 16. Pool Float is going to go for the climb here. Is that Red Stolfos just walking around without a body? Weird. Well, now it has a body. Maybe it was... I have no idea. Well, Pool Float's also making quick work of this gauntlet. I mean, just because it's easy doesn't mean you can necessarily do it lightning fast without some skill and skill. Nicely done. Here's Helma. Right. Helmet down. And Pool Float's going to continue on. Alright, time to contend with the somewhat rude spike here. He manages to just wiggle past it there. Oh, we are joined by Magnit Handz. GG's, congratulations.
GG's and thank you.
So that was an interesting race, wasn't it?
That cane spot was gross.
It certainly was. It was Pool Float's go mode at the end.
I thought it could have possibly been, so I was pretty happy to have found it when I did. I was like, all right, this could be a possible go mode. If it plays right, I should be okay, but, you know, just wanted to make sure I crossed the finish line. Don't have my hopes up because yesterday's game was just an outfoxing, so I was like, it's possible I could have gotten outfoxed this game too, so, but wanted to believe in my ability and, you know, got the win.
Yeah, so you're... Oh, wait, I wanted to ask about Hera. Did you just catch the ferry because it was there, or were you thinking about Spike Cave at the time?
I set up for Spike Cave. Now, I don't know if you remember when I was in Paradox, I always get that ferry before I go to Hera, normally, if I have a bug net, right? But I happened to forget about it, and then I kind of like hesitated to go to Hera, and I was like, no, just complete Hera because you need to do Spike Cave. Like, just complete it. If the cape shows up or a blue cane shows up, you'll have it done. If something's in there, then, you know, you live with it, tie in the logic at the whatever sphere it's in.
Yeah, and that cape being all the way in purple chest turned out to be the logical way to get that Samaria.
Yeah, that also influenced my move to TR as opposed to going to Pod and Eastern, which I was a little afraid of leaving behind like that. But I'm like, nope, just trust the cane. The last time you didn't trust the cane, everything was in there, so just go to the cane. There's also 6 items up there, and then ended up finding the bow. And when I found the bow, I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe I can be able to, hopefully I can beat TR. Then seeing the flute, I was a little scared. I was like, I didn't check ped. This is going to be stupid. So let me check ped after this flute, and then hopefully I can just stumble on the ice rod.
Yeah, okay, so that's why you ended up checking ped at that time quite pointedly.
Yeah, that was the only reason I checked ped, because when I left Skull Woods, I could have checked it then, but I was like, I don't care about ped. But seeing the flute made me care.
Well, just a quick aside, Pool Float is in the Ganon fight on Phase 3, doing quite well.
Nice.
Yeah, so you are facing Scupula in the round of 16, according to Mukau. How do you feel about that?
I'm just ready to bring them on. I'm ready to race. Like, Scupula's a good guy. You know, I've raced him in the past. Very good guy. I'm kind of like in super serious mode because of last night. So I'm just like ready. So that's really how I feel about, you know, racing Scupula. Just want to not think about it and let's schedule game 1.
I see. Well, Pool Float has defeated Ganon and will finish with an official time of 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 28 seconds. So, despite being in go mode 13 minutes after he finishes 8 minutes after. So, yeah, he made up a little bit of time there, but he had less to do. I guess. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying now. Anyway, yes. GG to Pool Float for finishing this out, and we are joined by Pool Float. Yeah, GG.
GG's.
So we were having some technical difficulties early on. When you were in Aga Tower, did you die or did you voluntarily leave?
No, I died. I got knocked off into the pit, and then the skull killed me.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah,
Oddly enough, I guess it saved you a little bit of time dying, right?
Well, I mean, I guess I got lucky in the fact that Lumberjack ended up not being needed, but or Aga for Dark World, but I just can't remember the last time I've executed that poorly in a seed.
Well, you know, Enemizer does that to people, and I like the purple flying Octoroks in the credits.
Yeah, I think what bothers me most is my mistaken desert. I can honestly say I've never made that before.
Yeah, I can also say I don't think I've ever seen that before, but you know, you always see new things when
Yep.
you're watching races every once in a while. Um, Other than that, um, I'm not sure what else to ask. Yeah, what did you think of this series?
The series was good. I mean, it was a very good matchup. I mean, um, I knew that the odds were not in my favor going up against Magnit Handz. So, like, I knew, to go back on a common phrase, whatever. Like, I knew I'd have to bring my A game, and um, and that's what it would have taken. Like, yesterday. I think I executed very, very well overall. Um, and I certainly don't want to dwell on what happened today because I don't want to take anything away from Magnet Hands' win because that's not who I am. But overall, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the tournament. And honestly, I'm a little relieved because I'm actually leaving the country tomorrow for a week, and it would have been really hard to schedule matches. So,
Oh wow.
Interesting. Well, yeah, I'm glad you both enjoyed yourself. That's great. I certainly had a fun time watching this match and commentating.
Yeah, this was a very interesting series. Game one, as you all saw, was game one, which was crazy.
yeah.
Game two, man, good job on finding those boots. I like that messed me up. I think all night. I've been thinking about you all night for today. I'm like, game 3, 11. I barely got breakfast, but I made sure I got breakfast. But it was a good series, I must say, man. Like, and you're a real cool dude. So, GG's, man. And I'm gonna have to watch this one back because I do want to see it. I normally don't watch a lot of series back, but I want to watch this series back just to like see what you have done throughout the series. And I'm glad I got to race you, man.
Yeah, it was good, and again, yeah, huge GGs, and good luck moving on to round of 16. It's been interesting. This is the first tournament I've been in that's ever focused on Enemizer, and it's well, this seed had some jokes.
Yeah, that pain was dumb.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just if you are watching this back, you may want to skip the first 25-ish minutes. We had some spectacular technical difficulties. They did eventually get fixed, but it was an adventure at first.
Aw.
Unfortunately, Desert happened after that, so like everyone can still see that.
All right. Well, I have sort of run out of things to say. Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, thank you guys for the restream. I was not expecting a restream, so game one was a surprise. But obviously game two and game three wasn't. So thank you guys for getting the crew together and restreaming us for this series. And thank you for the commentators as well as the trackers.
Yeah, thank you very much to everyone involved in the back end.
Yeah, they did a really good job getting these technical difficulties fixed and making this watchable. Yeah, Mukau and Lana Bean, thank you for helping out as well as you did. Despite even more technical difficulties. Um, yes, I guess we got to kill a little bit of time for these credits to finish rolling.
Got to speed them up.
See, I don't actually know if this is required, but I do like seeing the collection rates at the end.
It's going to pick up pretty soon. I forgot to fast forward initially, so credits will start moving.
Ah, there we go. Look at him zoom. Oh, and yeah, the flute was in lava chest in case you didn't hear from
Ew.
anywhere else.
Ew.
Oh, there you go. Same collection rate. Well done.
Yeah, and honestly, as I was finishing, obviously my mic was muted for the restream, but I was like, you know what, let me just lose by less than 10 minutes, and I'll be happy. Given all the mistakes I made, if I can lose by less than 10 minutes, I'll be happy. And honestly, I am. I am perfectly content to have this go because it was fun, but saves me the headache of trying to figure out how to schedule stuff when I'm out of the country. So
Yeah, well, again, glad everyone had fun. Yeah, I certainly did. I hope everyone watching had fun. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks again to our tracker and my co-commentator who is sort of speaking from the void. And thank you everyone for joining us. Hopefully we will see you again for future races.